Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles straight out of Japan. Please check the description of this video for more details, including our Facebook page and our eBay store. So this video is going to be reviewing the three figures that you see in the foreground, which is the Vegeta, Nappa and Raditz. And the main reason why I'm showing you this video is because just a couple of weeks ago the new S-Culture Series 5 was released. I actually have the Bardock with me. So this actually is a repainted version, but the figure itself is the same. It's a pretty cool figure. And very soon there's going to be a Raditz and Nappa also released in that series. And those two figures look really, really great. But one thing that I'm a little bit disappointed about is there's no Vegeta. So you got Raditz and Nappa, but you can't display Vegeta. So I'm sure there's a few people out there wondering, well, what if I actually want to display, all three figures, same size, same design, same kind of series, and actually make them sort of look like a set. And I would not only say that the three in front of you is the best option, it's pretty much the only option if you wanted to display those three characters together. So that's what we're going to look at. Now, if you're wondering, the Goku in the background is a custom piece. I've actually reviewed that in a separate video, but we're not going to be looking at that one today. So these figures are known. The series that they were in is called the Sorry, I'm moving the camera around a lot. The HSCF, which stands for High Spec Coloring Figure. And so these figures were known really for their really good paint job, which I will show you up close. So you can see, there's some really nice, toning and things like that. These were released around 2009. They were a Japanese exclusive, like pretty much all Banpresto figures. So you can see the really nice paint job and shading in the skin and things like that. And they were very high quality figures. Like you've even got the Scouter, and you've got all his hair there at the back. You've even got like his little red, I don't know what you'd call it, leg bracelet, I don't know. So yeah, he looks pretty mean. His evil green. The fact that he's got a Scouter on just makes him look a bit meaner. Now the Vegeta actually did not come with a base, so that has been customized. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. So this is what the Vegeta looks like. You can see he's been a bit banged up. Poor old Vegeta, I guess, in that process. But yeah, that's what he looks like. And then, of course, you got Nappa. So yeah, some really nice paint job. You can see all the detail, the tails as well. Should be able to see the back of his tail there. So that's what Nappa looks like. So there's those three figures. Now I do have the box. Yeah, so this is what the box design looks like. Now these figures were actually, there were a lot of figures released in this HSCF line, High Spec Coloring Figure. And I don't think all of them were, but I think at least some of them were re-released, and the re-released ones have like a clear window and then you can actually see the figure inside. So nothing particularly special with the boxes. You can see there are some of the other characters. So this one was actually the second one released. I think it was over 30 actually. So yeah, Dragon Ball Kai was released in 2009 in Japan, so Banpresto released a lot of, you can see the bottom of it there, some cool angles. Here's the top, gold top animation sticker, so that's Raditz. And then, yeah, they're all pretty much the same design. Vegeta's box is blue, Goku's is red, I think. So that's Nappa's box, so that's what they look like. So yeah, now these figures, as I said, are a little bit on the the small side. Sorry, I know I'm moving the camera around a lot. So this is an iPhone 5 case, so they're pretty much the same size as an iPhone 5 case. That gives you an idea of the size. So I wouldn't call them like full-size figures. Full-size figures, I'd say, is like 15cm figures, but they're not tiny. It's actually nice sometimes to have small figures because, if you have big ones all the time, it takes up a lot of room. Now, the figure on the left is actually made, it wasn't made by Banpresto, it was made by a company called Meki. And I don't think they make figurines anymore, but pretty much all their figurines are actually very collectible nowadays. And I don't know when they released them, but I think it was probably a good 15 years ago. And this Goku, actually, I like this one because it actually was when he fought the Saiyans. And we know that because the front has the Master Roshi's emblem, whereas the back has King Kai's. So this is when he does indeed fight Vegeta, and it's a very similar size and kind of quality and design as the others, so you could actually combine that with those ones as well. There are actually 7 figures released in this series, all of Goku, and it's sort of each one symbolized a battle, an important battle in the series. So this one is number 4. So the other 3, the first 3 were from Dragon Ball rather than Dragon Ball Z, and then there was right up to 7, the 7th being Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Majin Buu, which I reviewed in another video. So you can actually see, I don't know if you can see that properly, but there is an outline of Vegeta there. So, yeah, now the other thing that you could do with these figures, and I don't have it right here now, but there was a very, very cool Uzaru Vegeta, which is like Great Ape or Great Monkey Vegeta, Ichiban Kuji fighting Goku, and it's like a kind of like a diorama figure. I really encourage you to watch the video that I reviewed of that. I'll put a link in the description. And these figures are actually roughly, whoa, something crawling around there. They're roughly in the same proportion and scale as that figure, the Uzaru Vegeta. So you could have like a big sort of scene of that Saiyan set, which would actually look really cool. But that figure is really big. It's not particularly expensive given its size and its quality. But yeah, it'd be really cool to have that figure with these 4 in front of it. It would make a really, really cool scene. So I think that's the best way to have a display of the 3 Saiyan warriors, which is Nappa, Vegeta, and Raditz. And obviously I've added Goku there. But yeah, they're from the HSCF line. If you want any of the figures shown in this video, as always, get in touch with us. We can certainly try and get them for you. The HSCF figures are not crazily expensive just because they're relatively small. I hope that gives you some ideas. But looking forward to the new S Cultures figures with Raditz and Nappa. Real shame they didn't have Vegeta as well, because that just would have made a really cool display. This is your other option. But and if you did pre-order those figures from us, we will be sending them out very, very soon once they're released. So thank you very much for watching. This is the HSCF Raditz, Vegeta, and Nappa figures released by Banpresto in Japan. Thank you very much for watching.